Now we look back to when Dave Chappelle got attacked when he was doing a live performance. And apparently the attacker, his name is Isaisah Lee, who happens to be LGBT. And what this person has to say is, I identify as bisexual, and I wanted to know that what he said was triggering. I want to know the next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect. Now, this is just another person who is LGBT thinking that Dave Chappelle should have to meet his beliefs. And Dave Chappelle had previously said, spoke out about regarding the LGBT community. The LGBT community, they will make up words to win fights. And which he does make a good point about that, actually. And he has previously made performance regarding the LGBT community and homelessness, which he did that on May 3rd at the Netflix The Joke Show, where she and several other comedians showed up there and did their performance. Yet Isaisah Lee made the mistake of attacking Dave Chappelle, which you're not supposed to do. And Dave Chappelle did a joke about pedophilia, which he made a bad mistake of charging Dave Chappelle on stage. And apparently, he was also carrying a replica handgun at the time, so he was armed. And apparently this fella, he's also a rapper who goes by No Name Trapper. Has been now facing some 4 misdemeanor counts, including battery and possessing a deadly weapon with intent to assault. Now, what could really happen that this may not have happened is if Isaisah Lee did not show up and could have just said something online like an average person would. Instead of acting like Will Smith and physically attacking a comedian and getting his name out there. And even people like who also show up there, like rapper Busta Rhymes, he even had to hold down Isaisah Lee, who was armed, as we mentioned. And technically, this is assault with intent. And the most reasonable thing and logical thing he could have just did was not show up. But he had to be that stubborn and, yeah, be labeled. And even people, even like Chris Rock had joked, What was it? Will Smith? And even some people at Netflix were trying to get Dave Chappelle's Netflix special canceled, but Netflix told those people to got these people fired to leave the Netflix if they weren't going to do something about it. They were gonna release it anyways, and they tried to tamper with it. Yeah, they would be forced to leave. And if you were there and you can't take a joke, yeah, don't show up.